This is an article that was in LinkedIn today. And by article, I mean a post, because that's all they do. Just post. And you got to take these with a grain of salt. Now, maybe you're not in the United States. I'm not in the United States, but this is a bit of a... It's indicative of things by looking at the U.S. The purported great shuffling by American workers during the pandemic has shifted to the big stay, according to some economists. What's behind the switch? More people are satisfied with their jobs and work-life balance. The job market is tightening and wage growth has cooled per federal data. A poll from Robert Half shows the percentage of U.S. adults who plan to change job this year is dropping. They prefer to stay in their current jobs and instead of enduring multiple interviews that might result in being ignored by recruiters and HR managers. So, well, I just want to say, first of all, you got to take everything on LinkedIn with a grain of salt. These are very sensationalist articles, and this is based on studies done by Robert Half. And Robert Half, I wouldn't put too much credence in it. They're good at certain things that they do, but making big generalizations about the economy is not one of them, in my opinion. The other thing is that what you guys are seeing? You're seeing people staying longer and stuff and not wanting to change jobs? I'll ask one other question about this. And that is where they talk about, the job market is tightening and all this kind of stuff. First of all, we need to beware of looking at these broad trends, because a lot of trends, I'm not disputing them. They might be a trend out there in the labor market, but does it really affect you? Not necessarily. It could, but not necessarily. So don't worry too much about having a knee-jerk reaction to a lot of news, quote unquote, when it comes to this stuff. The same principles of hiring apply. And finally, you got to love the magic touch at the end, ignored by recruiters and HR managers, as if the majority of people deal with them to get a job. They don't, right? If this is news to you, don't take my word for it. Go look it up yourself. The vast majority of people who get jobs do not get them by applying to job postings and contacting the company cold. They get them through some form of networking. Okay? Now don't take my word for that. If this is news to you or you don't believe that or something, go out and do your own research. That's what you'll find. Okay? There's a lot more ways to get a job than dealing with recruiters and HR managers, people in the HR organization. This is good news, because usually those people are terrible to deal with.